Okay, so two new construction homes in Livingston Parish can be the same price. It can have the same similar square footage, almost look identical online, but one may be a much smarter buy for you than the other. Why is that? Because subdivision matters, location matters, the builder matters, the commute matters, the school zone matters, the resale picture matters, of course. And the incentives only really matter if the house itself still makes sense after the shiny new wears off, right? So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down some of the strongest new construction subdivision homes in Livingston Parish. I'm going to take it from a budget perspective, right? Entry level, move on up a little bit, premium level. Real communities, real builders, real numbers, pulled directly from an MLS as I checked them this morning. This is part 2 of part 5 series. If you haven't watched part 1, start there first, I would suggest, but obviously you don't have to, because that one covers how the market works, the mistakes buyers make before they even pick a subdivision. Link will either be in the description or in the comments, depending on what platform you're watching this on. So as I pulled the MLS numbers this morning, there were 48 active new construction homes under $250,000. Now this is entry level. I did include the townhomes in here, but I'm not going over those. Okay, so now entry level doesn't mean bad, right? It's a trade-off. You're at this price point, you are generally choosing affordability, of course, new construction, and builder incentives over larger lots, custom finishes, maybe premium locations. So that for the right buyer, this is a very smart trade-off, right? So I'm gonna start at Whispering Springs. Whispering Springs is in Denham Springs, kind of like the Watson area too, but it's one of the most established new construction communities in Livingston Parish. It's a DR Horton community. They're working on the 3rd filing in there, so which tells you everything you need to know about this community, how many homes they've sold. So the homes run from 3 to 5 bedrooms up to 3 bathrooms. They start around 1,276 square foot, all the way up to a little over 2,000 square foot. Mid-range is about 230, on up to 300. Inside, you're getting open floor plans, granite countertops. D.R. Horton's America's Smart Home Package is standard on these homes. The community itself really punches above its price point, right? Resort-style pool with tanning ledges and splash pads, multiple fishing ponds, a pavilion, event lawn, and a grand entrance that really kind of catches your eye. So this doesn't really feel like a budget neighborhood, and that's kind of the point. So this was located off of Highway 1019, also known as Springfield Road, in the Watson area again. You're looking at about 20 to 25 minutes from the interstate to Walker or Denham, really, and you're looking at about 10 to 12 minutes to the central Greenville Springs Road area. So again, as I'll repeat, as I did on the first video, D.R. Horton is a volume builder, right? Consistency's the upside. The trade-off is your home looks a lot like your neighbor's. So, lot selection matters here. And of course, in resale, whenever you go to sell this home, you might have a lot of competitors in that subdivision, depending on the market, and their home's gonna look a lot like yours, maybe. So the second subdivision we're going to go to is Belmont in Denham Springs. It's another D.R. Horton. Now we're moving away from the Watson area all the way over to the south side of the interstate. The location makes sense for a different type of buyer, someone who wants to be closer to the interstate, closer to maybe Ascension Parish. I know a lot of people commute from Livingston to Ascension for work. It's close to the Our Lady Lake Hospital on 447. Different commute pattern, different lifestyle fit than Whispering Springs. From the MLS, Belmont has a wider range that most people really expect. Homes run from 1,276 square foot at around 229, all the way up to over 3,000 square foot, around 460. Bedrooms range from 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, depending on where you land in that range. This community could fit like an entry-level buyer or a move-up buyer looking for more space. So this community includes a clubhouse, a pool, a park, underground utilities, curb and gutter streets, which give you obviously a more polished appeal. But again, watch out for that wide price range inside the subdivision. Make sure you're comparing apples to apples. 1,300 square foot and a 3,000 square foot home are very different products, even though they share the same community name. So the next subdivision we're going to go to is Berry Ridge Subdivision. Now, this is on the east side of the parish in Springfield, Louisiana. So Berry Ridge is a completely different feel from everything else we've talked about, and that's intentional, of course. So this one makes sense for a specific type of buyer. If you prefer maybe a rural setting over like a busy area, if you're drawn to maybe the river life, you enjoy the Tickfaw River or Tickfaw State Park, maybe if you work in Hammond, or you going all the way to St. Tammany Parish, Berry Ridge makes a lot of sense for you. It puts you in a much better position geographically than anything on the Denham Springs side, Watson side of the parish. And looking at the MLS, there are 8 active listings in there right now, ranging from 221.9 all the way up to 254.9, with an average around 231. So These have 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, start at about 1,340 something square foot, all the way up to almost 1,900 square foot. Again, open concept floor plan, smart home package is standard in there. This is the most affordable entry point in any community we covered today and will likely cover, other than, if you're looking for a townhome. So the next subdivision we're going to go to is South Creek, which is a Alvarez construction subdivision. Now, so we're heading back to Denham Springs area. South Creek is off of Jubin Road, so right near Jubin Crossing. It's about 5 to 7 minutes from the interstate. And if you're not familiar with Jubin or Jubin Crossing, this is one of the, I guess you could say, premier shopping, entertainment destinations in the Livingston Parish area. We're talking about restaurants, retail, movie theater, and more, of course, grocery shopping, all within minutes from your door, right? And of course, you got the Bass Pro Shop pretty much right around the corner. So location doesn't get much more convenient in Livingston Parish than this one. Now, as I mentioned in part one, this is not a national builder. Alvarez Construction is a local builder founded on a family with a reputation that's noted for quality craftsmanship and modern finishes, okay? And some buyers specifically want that. They don't want the cookie cutter product that DSLD or D.R. Horton puts out. They want a builder who's invested into the community that they're building. South Creek has about 103 home sites in there. Some of them have private waterfront views, surrounded by like scenic green spaces and neighborhood parks. The homes run, 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, around 1,600 to 2,700 square foot of living space. And as I look at the MLS now, it listings from $295 to all the way up to $390, with a median around $374,000. So also close to Greystone Country Club here, and that matters. If that may matter for your lifestyle if you play golf. Up next is Foxglove Subdivision, which we're shifting back over to the Walker area. So this is another D.R. Horton community sitting about 7 minutes from the interstate, I guess you could say. So solid access, got a suburban feel, and a price point that still makes sense for a wide range of buyers. Homes run from 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, 1,276 square foot, all the way up to 1,800 square foot. Active listings in the MLS are running from $229,900 all the way to $269,900, with a median right around $249,900. So you've got covered patios, sidewalks, green space, lake access, and a park area. More community feel than some of the larger production subdivisions, right? So this is, I believe, zoned for the Walker School District. And for the buyers who want D.R. Horton consistency and the smart home package that they have, that's standard. The Walker side of the parish over the Denham Springs side, Foxglove is worth a look. If this is one you're interested in, don't hesitate to give me a call. Okay, so now we're going to move over to Bruce's Harbor. Now this one is in Springfield. This is a level home community. And this one's unlike any I've shown you so far. So Bruce's Harbor is a waterfront community in Springfield, built again by Level Homes. The home sites sit on canals with direct access to Blood River. We're talking like boating, fishing, outdoor living, built directly into the neighborhood itself, right? This isn't just a subdivision, it's a lifestyle, okay? So from the MLS, there are 5 active listings in there, with one of them is actually under contract, so the inventory seems to be moving. Active listings are running from about 382 to about 428, medians around 411. I have about 3 to 4 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bathrooms, ranging from 2,300 to 2,900 square foot of living space. So you're getting, a serious home at this price, right? The location puts you about 10 minutes from Springfield schools, minutes from Warsaw Marina. We got some bars around there, local restaurants, about 10 minutes from Carter Plantation Golf Course if you play golf. Hammond's, not a far drive from here. So if you go shopping, you probably go to Hammond here or go to Ascension. So for a buyer who wants a waterfront construction, new construction in Livingston Parish at a budget, Bruce's Harbor is one of the most compelling options currently out there on the market. So next up is Eagles Park Estates. This is in the Walker area. Eagles Park Estates is a 35-acre community located on off of Walker South Road on Jomay Road. It connects to Highway 447 South and Highway 16 South. The headline on this one is the lot size, right? It's 1 acre lots, and that's the standard, every single home site. So they are doing something completely different than anything we looked at up to this point. So running from 3 to 4 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bathrooms, around from a little over 2,000 square foot all the way up to 2,550. So it includes flexible living spaces, gas appliances, customizable options, including carports, garages, workshops. This is a family builder building for families. Willie & Willie's the name of the construction company. From the MLS, there's 4 active listings in here right now, from 458 all the way up to 535. So at this price point in Livingston Parish, you're competing against other custom homes that are resales, right? Not new construction. So the home needs to justify the price on its own merits, but The 1 acre lot standard is a genuine differentiator than most competing properties can match, right? So look, I didn't cover every new construction subdivision in Livingston Parish. That video would be an hour long or so, but here's the bottom line. There's no best community out there, right? There's only the best fit for you, for your budget, for your commute, for whatever school district you want to be in, for your flood tolerance, and of course your long-term plan. That is a different answer for everybody. And it's exactly the conversation I have before my buyers walk into a home. My name is Brandon Browning. I'm with Keller Williams Realty Premier Partners. If you need help walking through this process, I would be happy to help you. My number is right there on the screen, 225-445-0629. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.